to demand that police take them seriously.
But it comes as new figures show more than 1,500 police officers themselves across England and Wales were accused of violence against women and girls in just a 6-month period, and just a handful were sacked as a result. John Hill reports.
They're supposed to protect women and girls against violence, and yet there's more evidence that some police officers are instead perpetrating abusive behaviour. There was outrage, disbelief when Met Police Officer Wayne Couzens was revealed to have raped, kidnapped and murdered York woman Sarah Everard. But new data released today shows across the country's police forces there have been more than 1,000 recent complaints about officers for alleged harassment, the use of force and sexual offending.
Domestic abuse is a reality.
And for survivors of abuse meeting in Barnsley today, it's yet further evidence of how domestic violence is just not taken seriously.
There's a lot of women very reluctant to report what's happening because they feel like they're being failed, and they're being failed by the very services that are supposed to protect them, and these services have a duty of care to protect them, and that's not happening.
Alice, whose identity we're protecting, was also at today's meeting of survivors. Her partner tried to kill her, but she says on one occasion police took 8 hours to respond to his threats.
He tried to kill me a couple of occasions. He tried to set me on fire. I feel like I just got left by them, and it makes me wonder why there's so many girls that are dying, and there's so many girls that go back to the partner because they don't know nothing else and there's nowhere else to go. But I have no faith in the police. I know if I were to get sexually assaulted, I wouldn't contact the police.
Today, police chiefs insisted that by revealing the number of officers within their ranks facing investigation for their treatment of women, it demonstrates just how seriously they're now treating domestic abuse, whoever the perpetrator.
We're being clear about the robust systems that we're putting in place, the tightening up of these sorts of investigations, and ultimately we want to remove these people from policing. So the message today is please do trust us, report anything that you feel is concerning, and we will do something about it.
Only time will tell if this new transparency by police will give victims and survivors across our region the confidence to speak out, to bring their abusers to justice. John Hill, ITV News.
Well, meanwhile, a former police community support officer has been jailed for 14 years after admitting multiple child sex offences. Matthew Shaw, who's 38, was reported to